TJ Holmes beams as he is seen in public in New York City for the first time following the revelation that he had an affair with a 24-year-old intern who was 13 years younger than him and had sex in his office. The day after his affair with a 24-year-old intern was made public, TJ Holmes was smiled broadly as he held two cell phones to his ear in Manhattan on Friday. Holmes smiled as he walked through the streets, his future on Good Morning America in doubt after reports of his relationship with co-host Amy Robach surfaced. He held two phones, one to his ear and one in the palm of his hand, while donning an Atlanta Braves cap. As a result of the discoveries, Holmes' wife of 12 years has filed for divorce, and he is currently in the spotlight. On Thursday, a reliable source told DailyMail.com about his liaison with Jasmine Pettaway, who was 24 at the time. In 2015, when Holmes and his now-divorced wife Marilee Fiebig had been wed for 5 years, they had an affair. The source, who at the time had a close relationship with Pettaway, characterized him as a predator who was reckless and exploited his position to the fullest. It was a significant event for Jasmine because it was her first proper job in television. She contacted a number of people in her search for a mentor. TJ was responsive, but he unequivocally misused his position of trust. Holmes, who had joined the ABC News team in September 2014, and Pettaway frequently worked the same shifts at the time. Holmes was someone who would get drinks, and he and Jasmine started doing that, the person claimed. You must keep in mind that he was a journalist at the time and was speaking to her about work or other topics. I don't know how long it had been going before it became sexual, but I do know the first time it did was in his office, and he was about to go on air in a couple of hours, the speaker said. The informant claimed that Pettaway later revealed to them that Holmes had summoned her to his office, where she had observed him imbibing. There was a change in the air, almost as if something was expected to occur, and it did. They had sex, and I know she was perplexed about what it meant when it was over. It's sensation of did that truly just happen? He is acting in a really dangerous manner, in my opinion. According to the insider, Holmes' actions fit into a pattern of behavior that was extremely reckless. The insider claimed that on one occasion, the two were out for drinks when he became handsy in a highly public setting. He simply didn't seem to care, they claimed. He's got his ring on, you know. He has a wife and a fairly well-known career, but he didn't appear to be worried about either of those things at the time. A request for comment from DailyMail.com was not answered by Holmes' representative. Pettaway opted not to respond. Prior to everything faded out, the insider claimed that Pettaway and Holmes' sexual relationship lasted for several months, and included visits to her apartment. After working for ABC in New York for 2 years as a segment producer for GMA, Pettaway returned to her native Cleveland in late 2016 and joined the network's local station. Today, she is a married woman who founded the digital women's lifestyle business Lemon Love, and an accomplished casting producer for ITV America. She discussed her decision to leave New York in an online interview with Voyage Ohio in 2021, stating that it was motivated by a combination of insecurity, loneliness, and some naivete. The toxic work climate at ABC, she further said, actually destroyed my self-esteem. Pettaway was not the only female employee that Holmes made unwelcome advances on, according to numerous sources, who also claimed that a young network intern expressed being stressed and freaked out by his unwanted advances. That was who he was, the person said. Did he ever intend to treat Jasmine professionally, or was his only goal to ruin the fruits he had been given? I'm not sure. I just know that he was constantly trying to project an air of confidence. He appeared to not care that he was married or that he might be jeopardizing his employment. Following his romance with Pettaway, Holmes started dating 37-year-old GMA producer Natasha Singh for 3 years. During that period, she was married to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny producer Garrett Braran. She and Robach were great friends as well. However, neither Holmes nor Robach's 12-year marriages were able to survive the exposure of their relationship, which started as a friendship and stepped the line last year. Shortly after Christmas, Holmes' wife filed for divorce. According to reports, Robach's divorce from her husband, 55-year-old former Melrose Place actor Andrew Shue, is almost complete. Their futures in the workforce are yet uncertain. The official position is still that the co-hosts turned lovers will be standing up during the lunch hour of the morning show indefinitely, but ABC officials have not yet made a final decision.